how to move from the US to Scandinavia. And this is exactly what today's video about. Hi guys, I'm Anna and I spent more than 3 years in Scandinavia, in Norway, and currently I live between Norway, France, England and Italy. Welcome to Rome, by the way, where I am this week. Considering that I was moving to Norway in 2020, when the UK was a part of European Union, I didn't have particularly difficulties. But now, for everyone moving outside the European Union, the rules are a little bit different. So, this video will be equal for both American citizens and British citizens. Guys, I will try my best to cover as many subjects, as many questions as possible during this video, but still, if your case is different or you want to ask me some specific questions, please reach out, contact me directly on the email, the details are here, and also in the description to this video. I will be happy to consult you in private and answer your specific particular questions about your individual case. Just remember one thing, it is possible. It is more than possible. The most important thing is first to believe in yourself and do some steps to move from one country to another. Never forget, there is no limit to your next move. Coming from the person who more than 10 years ago moved from Russia to England wasn't the easiest move. As we're all aware of, as the most controversial presidential elections are coming soon, Americans on both sides of political divide are considering their future options. Earlier this year, expert-focused publication International Living reported 16-fold increase in searches for relocation information, coming particularly from American citizens. Well, I have to admit, Scandinavia is a very attractive destination, but not the easiest option to move. Always remember, as I told you before, everything is possible in this life. What we English speakers calling Scandinavia, Norway, Denmark, Sweden, Iceland, Finland, along with the rest of Nordic region, is frequently held up as the happiest region all over the world. Short working hours, healthy lifestyle habits, a comprehensive welfare system, a longer life expectancy and social focus on children are sure to appeal to American families who are looking for a fresh start. However, moving to Denmark, Norway or Sweden, it's not the easiest task for the American citizen. Unless you're fortunate enough to fall in love with a Scandinavian, you will need to excel on your field in order to obtain a work permit and also master that local language if you're looking for long-term settlement. So, how family immigration to Scandinavian region works? In all of the Scandinavian countries, the variety of family-based reasons for moving are grouped together under family immigration permit. Generally speaking, it's easier to join your partner with the kids in Norway, Denmark or Sweden if you are already married, you're planning to get married, or you're planning to live together as cohabitants. In this case, your partner must be a citizen of the country you're choosing for relocation or hold a permanent residence permit there. In most cases, your partner must show the proof of the ability to financially support you. Although, if granted a residence permit, you will be able to find your own job. Guys, remember this vital bit of information. None of Scandinavian countries offer any kind of residence permit based on ancestry. Our chapter number 2 and how to obtain work permit and why. Why is it so difficult? First of all, obtaining a work permit requires a concrete job offer. But this is easier said than done. Employers in all 3 countries, Denmark, Norway and Sweden, can pick from a pool of more than 400 million people holding European citizenship, none of whom needs to start a long application for work permit process in order to start working for them. Denmark, for example, requires a proposed job to be in a workforce shortage trade unless the proposed salary is above an equivalent of $69,000 per year. Okay, this process is a little bit easier in Sweden, where the proposed salary just needs to be commensurate with the typical Swedish conditions. In Norway, the applicant usually needs a relevant higher or vocational education, and the offer must meet a minimum salary requirement of up to $50,000 per year. Unlike much of the world, being a native English speaker doesn't give you any advantages when you're moving to Scandinavia, as there is almost no demand demand for English teachers in Scandinavia, as most people are fluent in English by the time they finish in school. It also means that native English ability won't always be a standout feature in your resume. Aside from some high-profile marketing and communications roles. However, your ability in the local language will almost always be expected. Another hurdle that you must be offered a job before you can apply for your residence. But you cannot move until your work permit has been granted. This means that such permits are usually just a possibility for senior roles or for those companies that are ready to wait for you. Fine, in Denmark, fast-track scheme makes it much easier for many companies to recruit foreign employees, but only with specific qualifications. In-company transfers with American companies that have a substantial presence in the region are quite common, but your work permit is still required. There are so many other categories of work permits in all three countries, such as for artists, athletes, EUPA, offshore workers in Norway, visiting researchers and specialized chefs. Guys, and this is my absolutely favorite one and my exact way of moving from Moscow to England back in 2012. And our chapter 3, the foot in the door with your study permit. Study for a master degree is one of the most popular choice for American citizens because there are no tuition fees, at least for now. But competition for places, for example, in Norwegian universities, is truly fierce. Also, fees do apply at universities in Denmark and Sweden, but still they're significantly lower than the same fees charged for the universities in the US. Guys, just keep this in mind. Even successfully applying for a student permit does not guarantee your long-term residence in Denmark, Norway or Sweden. However, it doesn't entitle you to work a limited amount of hours per week during your studies in those countries. Most importantly, it gives you a great opportunity to build your professional network, learn the local language and obtain the job offer to gain your work permit right away after your study permit expires. Also, keep this in mind. If you complete your master's or PhD study in Denmark, you can apply for an establishment card, which entitles you to stay in the country to seek work. Our next chapter, and moving to Scandinavia as entrepreneur or a business owner. I know it's unfair, but it's straightforward for all European citizens to move to Scandinavia in order to start their business there. But it's much more challenging for everyone else from outside the European Union. Denmark, Norway and Sweden each take slightly bit different approach to budding foreign entrepreneurs. For example, Denmark does not offer self-employed work permit to non-European citizens. However, Startup Denmark offers individuals or to teams for up to 3 people a work permit in order to build business based on an innovative business idea, which will be, of course, reviewed by a panel of experts during the application process. Good news though, in Norway, you can apply for self-employed work permit if you have a bachelor's level or equivalent vocation education in the field of your proposed business. Unprovable first-year income expectation of about $28,000. Permits are renewed annually. Before making such decision, of course, in Norway, the Directorate of Immigration consults the county, the municipality, which you intend to move to, when deciding that the income level is achievable and if those skills are needed for that county. Swedish authorities also set much higher bars to get that self-employed work permit. Only those with access to significant funds prove the demand of your service or product in Sweden and demonstrate that you have already built your network of business contacts, of course, will stand a chance. Well, I am planning to relocate to Norway. I'm not sure for long term or just for a few months. I have 2 YouTube channels and I'm also running my relocation agency. I'm helping people like you to change the countries and move anywhere they want in Europe or in Scandinavia. But I am planning my meetings with immigration lawyers in Norway, Denmark and Sweden. If you subscribe to this channel, most probably you will see those interviews published on this channel. And of course, during those meetings, I'm gonna ask them the most vital, most important questions for you guys. So not to miss your chance and get your questions answered, please drop them in the comment section down below or just write them in the email. This is my direct email address and also all my contacts in the description to this video. Please write me your questions and I will bombard the lawyers with your questions specifically. And thank you so much for being with me today. By the way, which country in Scandinavia you are targeting? Where you're from? What's your current position? Are you planning to relocate to Scandinavia as an entrepreneur or to get a job there? Please also let me know in the comments down below. Thank you so much again for being with me today, and I hope to see you in my next videos. Enjoy the rest of your week and I'll see you later. Bye!